You have landed in the Court of Appeals. Now what? Many practitioners approach appeals much in the same way that they do trial court matters, but learning the nuances of appellate practice can give you a leg up on your opponent. This course will provide you with a roadmap to guide you on your journey to the Court of Appeals and beyond. You will learn practical tips that will increase your confidence levels along with your overall chances of success. In this course, the objectives are the following. We will untangle threshold procedural requirements for an appeal in state and federal courts and learn how to properly perfect an appeal. We will deal with threshold jurisdictional issues. We will learn how to protect the record on appeal and to research and draft persuasive and cohesive appellate briefs. Further, we'll learn to deliver compelling oral arguments and open the door to discretionary appeals in state and U.S. Supreme Courts. Hi, my name is Emily Engelwitz. I'm an attorney at the law firm of Retzel and Andrus in Akron, Ohio. After spending more than a decade as a judicial attorney at an intermediate appellate court in Ohio and 1 year clerking at the Supreme Court of Ohio, I decided to enter private practice. Our firm has offices in Ohio, Chicago, and Florida. In addition to Ohio, I'm also licensed in Pennsylvania. A good portion of my current practice focuses on appeals at the state and federal levels. In addition, I have significant experience litigating in the Ohio Supreme Court, both appellate matters and extraordinary writs. During this course, we will cover the cornerstones of appellate practice. From procedure to research, legal writing, and oral advocacy. The most important thing to remember with appellate procedure is to always read the rules. This might seem obvious. This is obviously the case with any type of law in the trial court or court of appeals, but it's really important that you understand your jurisdiction and the particular rules. So sometimes there'll be complex interplays between statutes, appellate rules, and local rules of a particular district or court of appeals circuit. So it's important that you understand those from the very beginning so you know where to start and you follow those and can put your best foot forward to the court. So I'm going to talk about Ohio today as an example of a state court of appeals since that's the jurisdiction where I primarily practice. In Ohio, there are some state statutes that govern appellate procedure, most notably with regard to final appealable orders, but I'll discuss that in more detail later. First, you need to study the rules of Ohio appellate procedure and the local rules for your particular district court or Supreme Court of Ohio. One really basic example of the importance of this is Ohio App Rule 19. This governs generally in Ohio the form of appellate briefs and other papers that you would file on appeal. However, a particular appellate district by local rule may adopt very different formatting and other rules. For example, in Ohio, the 10th District Court of Appeals has a local rule 8A1, which provides that the body of a text of a brief must be in at least 16-point font, which is quite large, as most of you probably know, and it must be in Times New Roman or Arial font. Contrast this with the 7th District Court of Appeals has local rule 19B2, which just requires that it be in 12-point font in either Times New Roman, Cambria, Calibri, Arial Standard, or Palatino Linotype. So again, these are not incredibly important rules in the grand scheme of things. Is your brief going to get struck if it has the wrong font size? You might be asked to submit it again. You'll still get a chance to argue your case. But the point is, if you don't file it in the correct format that the court requires in their local rule, you're not putting your best foot forward with the court. You want to make a good impression from the beginning, and it just looks bad. So that's just something to remember. Just an easy example to remember about why you need to always look at the local rules. Obviously, there's rules that are more important than font, but from the beginning, you should always make sure that you understand all of them.